Starting some Tarkovs. We'll certainly be hitting you and Jay up for that. Jay for sure. Jay's like the Tarkov master, man. How I'm not getting the severe there. There you go. Said I'm just off a little bit. It's what I like about War Thunder and what drives me nuts is that unlike Ace Combat, unlike a lot of other, you know, arcadey flight games I've played, it doesn't really matter where you hit the plane. When the bullets hit, the plane just blows up. War Thunder, it matters. You have to actually be accurate. And when you start getting really good at the game, you got to start aiming for critical parts of the aircraft, the wings, the engine, the pilot. And what as difficult as that is, that's cool. And we'll get there. We're all going after the assist there. Wow, we ended up at the enemy airfield here. How are those not getting there? Thank you. Oh, no way I am that far off and I'm not even hitting him. Get off Greasy's tail. Set of bullets here, Jesus. Finally. Die! He got you already though, didn't he, Greasy? God damn it. Oh, it was another guy. It was you. Oh, I did that. Yep, I need to slow my mouse down. That's gonna help a lot. And this one's shooting low too. I think the guns are in a different spot, if I'm not mistaken. Damn it. Now we're almost out. Oh, come on. Oh, too close. Where's this other guy at? There he is. Once we get our aim down, we win most of our fights. I just off that little bit. I said my first thought would have been to kind of speed it up a little bit, but I don't know why that doesn't occur to me sometimes. Oh, nice. We got the 44 done. Sweet. I still don't think that moves me on yet, though. I need all 6. So now we have to do this one. No, that is it. That's it. I think we're good. Yeah. Time out. Let's do this. Later. That was the 1. 3. See, god dang it. Moving totally screwed me. I would have been able to do this during the 50% off sale. Not only that, but it cost me a whole bunch of spaded planes too. We're gonna want this one, right? Nice. Now we can like fill out our last arcade lineup and not be murdered by up tiers. But I think that's where I'm going to stop for today, guys, on War Thunder. Because that was, oh, I still have 2, but that's all right. We got a good 5 hours plus of War Thunder in today. 5 hours, that's not bad. Thank you guys for the games today. Thank you so much. Was it only 30%? Yeah, just the tech tree. I think it was the same. Yeah, I completely missed all of it. I didn't get to buy anything during that sale, which stinks. Because again, that's usually when I go back and fill out all the planes that I didn't spade, because I usually won't buy the ground weapons and stuff like that until either there's a sale or I like need to use that plane or I need the weapons. Because on some of those planes, man, that stuff adds up a lot. No. I'm gonna switch over to Arma now. We'll take just a little bit of an intermission break, and while I switch over to Arma and start working on that campaign, because again, I don't know how long I'm gonna go today. We'll just kind of keep going. Because I want to get Arma far enough so that I can, feel comfortable hopping in doing multiplayer with Nova, and if I'm ever on when like Bunny is in her server, like I know Nova's played with them a little bit, and I guess she has quite a few people that go in that server and play, so it's just a fun opportunity to do Hilo and some other stuff. Arcade seems to scratch that itch from time to time, especially as I'm still learning this game. I've definitely noticed a difference over the last couple weeks by going back in the last hour or so and doing arcade. Gets me using my flaps again, working the throttle, all the things that, sometimes I forget when I'm doing top tier battles because they go so fast and you don't always end up in that situation in prop battles, especially arcade. You're pretty much in that situation every match. And they're just fun, man. They're close. They're always close fought on who's going to win, who's not. The RRB matches, it's kind of a crapshoot, unless you can consistently have good games every time. And even then, you're not like guaranteed to win. But in arcade, it kind of matters a little bit, not always, but more so than at some of the higher RRB tiers. But anyway, super fun on War Thunder. But yeah, don't go anywhere. I certainly am going to need some pointers. This is my first-person shooter, and it's kind of a survival acquire game as well. The way you equip stuff and seems to be consistent through a lot of games. Star Citizen as well was the same thing where, you get an item and you can put it here and slide it. I'm not used to that like UI. It's why while I was watching you guys play Tarkov and Arma and stuff, I'm like, hey, how are they doing all that stuff? I'm literally watching. I've never played those types of games before. The last real first-person shooter I played was like Battlefield 3 and Halo, like Halo 2. So it's been a hot minute. All right, let's switch over to this screen because I think that one's just going to go dark. Well, let's see what it does. Let's see what it does when I know when I close War Thunder, it'll go dark, but I think I have to change it to Arma. Like, even though it's game capture, it's still just gonna... Oh, good call, ZZ. Very good call. Stuck on the Demon. Still a good plane to be stuck on. Vanilla PvE on Reforger. Oh, all right. I hope the campaign is, like, entertaining. That's a good excuse for me to hop up real quick, too. All right, let's switch over to... Let me get this going. We'll start the campaign. Omega, over the hills and far away. All right, let's get this changed over real quick too. Okay, that should swap. And I also need to change this to Armor Forger. May as well change our title too. We're not air grinding anymore. Oops. Okay. I got lucky, no doubt about it. Like I said, I played every every card in the book, man. Every sympathy card I had, from the vet card to the cancer card. And of course I do love gaming. Clearly my old PC is almost all ROG and decked out with all their top stuff, so it wasn't like, that was a decade ago. It wasn't like I couldn't show that I was a serious kind of fan. But yeah, they've made a lot of things possible at this point in my life that I did not think I would get the chance to do, and you guys too, with flight, but then also digging into the tech part of my background for sure, because I do have minor in computer science and I've always built computers, and I've never really had the opportunity to like test one and really push one. So this will be fun. All right, I'm going to leave that paused right there for a second while I go grab Ollie a biscuit, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I did spend quite a bit of time on the range yesterday. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Sit, Bubba. Sit, sit, sit. Sit, sit, sit. Sit your booty. Sit your booty. Sit, sit, sit. Sit, sit, sit. Sit that booty. Sit that booty. Good boy. Wait. Wait. Good boy. Very good boy. Yeah, I feel you, Jay. I feel you there. There you go, Bubba. Good boy. Oh, those are your favorite, aren't they? Yeah, and it's like I had already kind of spent it acquiring all the collectibles, taking care of my grandma and this and that. So now selling it to make it back to fund a lot of this, which has been kind of fun too. That's why I got a lot of that stuff, was to ultimately kind of resell it. All right, and you know what? We'll keep these on for now. We'll keep these on for now. We should have had this playing during NASCAR yesterday.